Almost all of us have some sort of online presence. Whether this be a simple email address or an online gaming character, virtual experiences have become integrated into daily life. So much in our lives has been digitised that it is difficult to function in our society without some level of online presence. I personally see no distinction between filling out personal data online for banking or medical forms and creating an avatar in a game. Through their film A Mountain Up Close is Only a Rock, Kihlberg and Henry forced me to question the validity of a virtual recreation of space in lieu of experiencing the physical one. Do we have to physically be in a space to experience it? How much, if any, real-life information about a space needs to be provided to substantiate the recreation? Games, much like movies, wouldn't be successful without a personal relationship between the player and the protagonist. Whether by allowing us to customize our avatar or by creating content we empathize with, games allow us to create these virtual human relationships. This bond between the player and their character can sometimes become so strong that, as Richard Bartle points out, the players come to feel gutted about an in-game death, often thinking, "That's me they've killed, I've just died, this is terrible," rather than thinking of the loss of their time and effort put into the game, or even about the loss of their persona. The virtual and emotional human responses become almost inseparable. Space travel is something we now see as a pivotal part of the human experience. Our desire to explore and learn forces us off of the Earth. But it is also the birthplace of the cyborg. A term coined in the 1960s, the cyborg is a human-machine hybrid fit for the survival of interstellar environments. Through a vital human journey came the idea that the virtual could be blended with the biological, humans and technology could coexist. In 1985, the Whole Earth Electronic Link, or WELL, was created. A place to chat, create, share and learn. Norms were established, challenged, changed, re-established, re-challenged in a kind of speeded-up social evolution, where technology and people reside, relationships, cultures and virtual communities are born. Howard Rheingold explains that people in virtual communities do just about everything people do in real life, but we leave our bodies behind, showing us that bodies are not needed to experience a space. Google, a web service we use day in, day out, now allows us to go through galleries, not just streets, on Street View. Are these interactive online replicas real? Halfway through A Mountain Up Close is Only a Rock, we are told vaguely about the knowledge. A test for London taxi drivers. Studies show that part of the brain had grown larger in those drivers who passed the test. Kihlberg and Henry claim that it is as if the driver has grown models on the surface of the brain. The same thing has been noted in relation to video games. According to a study, playing 3D video games also increases the size of the hippocampus and allows players to improve the formation of memories. I have found that while playing a video game, I can remember my way around the space with minimal references to a map. Shortcuts, places with difficult enemies, or places to revive my health all occupy a virtual space I can navigate with ease. Just as in real life, we learn our way around and can begin to move almost instinctively through virtual spaces. According to Kihlberg and Henry, Utzon himself kept a physical model of the Sydney Opera House to act as a medium for him to visit the space in his head. The disembodied voice then goes on to wonder how that building must have existed in his head, whether it took on some kind of physical form. For Kihlberg and Henry, the fact that the house is in Utzon's head does not prevent it from being physical. It is a space that can be navigated. We all use virtual simulations as a means to experience the space when we cannot be there physically, and this does not diminish the validity of said experiences.